I now open it up for questions. So please, for any of the attendees, if you've got any questions, please pop them into the chat so that we can start the Q&A. So I can, at this point, yeah, here's one. Okay. So there's one here, Lawrence. Have you used the pig bridge system to avoid issues with tech, triggers and cost in the wet tropics? Seems like a better solution, comment.
Yeah. So at this stage, no, we haven't. So we can follow up on that one. Yep, happy to take the next question.
Yeah. No worries, I need some more. Just in terms of, I have one here, just in terms of your AI work, Lawrence, in terms of notifying that they're in there, and then yeah, it's a matter then of getting into the into them to shoot them. Is it going to be an alert system there as well, built into that system? Yeah,
so what we'll need is an alert system, because it'll have to let us know. At the moment, we're trying phone coverage. So on my mobile phone every morning, I get an alert. So we want to have an alert, that way we can actually go in and destroy the pigs once they're in the trap. We can't leave them there, especially in the tropic. It's fairly hot, so we need to get out there fairly quickly to dispose of them humanely.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from participants? Here's one here. Do you liaise with other pig control programs in Australia, like the Kangaroo Island Feral Pig Eradication Program?
Yes, we do. I haven't spoken to the Kangaroo Island group. We've spoken to we had a joint teams meeting between the Otterways CMA area a few weeks ago, and they were doing a lot of the drone technology. So we've compared notes, and that's actually helped us with our program. And I've got to say, I'd like to thank this program for bringing us all together, because we've actually got a lot of learnings out of liaising and sharing knowledge between the other groups.
Yeah, terrific. Thanks for that, Lawrence. And I think that has been a big thing we have been able to achieve in terms of bringing people together.
Yep. I see the next question there, Heather. So I might get Rod to answer that one, because Rod's got lots of experience on this one. Rod, do you want to talk about the thermal heat that we experienced in the canopy, especially that work we did in December with drone thermal imagery? Rod,
I can't actually see the questions at the moment.
So the questions around.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll read it then. It says
Yep.
here, did you find the heat in the region affected how well the thermal drones worked, aside from the thick canopy, is the question.
Well, what we tried to do was use the drones during winter to reduce, and at night or early in the morning, to reduce any sort of background heat problems. So the biggest problem we had was it simply blocked out the signatures from what was below it. So it was a bit of a problem, but cane at that time of the year in many places wasn't too tall, or where there were pigs, it became gappy and you could actually see into it with the thermal camera. You couldn't actually see, like once the sun had just come up, you still couldn't see into the cane, but when you used the thermal camera, you could actually pick up the heat signature from the pigs.
The work we did in December, when it gets really hot up here, we went out one late afternoon and it was terrible. The trees are actually still holding heat, so we had to stop for the day and actually come back early in the morning. So in the hot times of the year, the trees will actually reflect in rocks and things like that. So it's a bit difficult when it's hot. So the next question is from Kevin. I can see the drop traps. We're looking at the option of those that are used on the Atherton and tablelands. Probably with the AI, what we'd like to do is possibly look at a drop trap option once we develop the AI, so that way we corral the pigs into it, and then the trap will then drop. So we have considered that as part of our program going forward. And I see there's another one there from Aaron. Yeah, with those cameras, yeah, we don't need Wi-Fi, so we're now looking at those as well.
Thank you, Lawrence. Has anybody else got any questions for Lawrence and Rod?
If there's no other questions, Heather, I'd actually like to thank the group for the invitation today. And we're open. We would be quite keen to engage with other groups and learn from other groups. We don't have all the answers on this one, so we're trying different technology. What we're hoping is long-term, we can find some technologies that will work for us and give us efficiencies in our program. Because at the moment, we've basically had limited funds and we could do what we can. But the funding that we've got for Project Squealer will give us opportunities to look at what tools we may be able to build efficiencies into our program with. So, but we're happy to engage and have joint discussions between other groups. So please drop me an email if you are interested in having a chat with us.
Thanks, Lawrence. Actually, while you're still there, it'd be interesting to a bit of an aside to what you were talking about today, but just in terms of how you're engaging with your growers and keeping them involved in the work that's going on more broadly in the region to make, in terms of what they're doing around feral pigs and working together. Could you just describe a bit more about that? That'd be great.
Yep. So we have a network of shed meetings that we run every couple of months. And so we'll invite our presenters to present on feral pigs. So on average, we've got around about 550 farmers in this valley. So we actually use Facebook where we have to, our newsletters, and we meet with them face-to-face through one-on-one workshops or shed meetings. So we're quite active in that. They can also pick up the phone and have a chat to our full-time employee who works on the program, which is David. So it's getting everyone together. It's really important. Pigs aren't in one, they're not just one person's problem. They're a joint problem, and we've all got to share. And that's been one of the advantages, is that we've got all the landholders in our valley all working together. So forestry industry is big industry, cane industry, and then we've got large areas of national parks. So we've got the parks guys, and some of them are online today listening. So we all get together on a regular basis and work out the strategy as a team. So that's been one of the successes of our program, with the council guys as well involved. Does that give you enough depth?
Yeah, terrific.
Heather?
Thank you, Lawrence.
Yep.
No, it does. I just think it's really that sort of information is really helpful for other groups to know about and to build upon. So thank you, Lawrence. That's great.
Heather, you got one more question. I can see. Is there any current research or appetite to fund research on Far North Queensland and smart pig traps, shyness, comparing different control methods, etc.? We've been able to secure the small amount of money that we've got, but it would be useful if we could have some further research to do work. The wet tropics is quite difficult. It's thickly vegetated, very wet at times, so any work, Jess, would be really useful, and we'd be keen to talk further and include Heather and the team to see if we could progress that.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's always, I think with this, it's always, being on the lookout for new opportunities and funding streams. So again, if people have ideas about when that may be happening, please let us know, because being prepared to tap in at relatively short notice with a good quality proposal is a challenge, particularly when we don't know what funding might be coming through at any point in time. So, and any ideas people have to wanting to further develop, always all ease in that as well, in terms of what we can be doing to help with improving how things are being done on the ground. Yeah, so thank you. So